Welcome to our comprehensive technical analysis of SNGX, traded on the NASDAQ. In this video, we'll break down the latest trends, indicators, and price movements for SNGX using data from the past 3 months. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, this report will help you understand the current state of SNGX and what the technicals are signaling. Let's begin by setting the stage with a quick overview of the stock's recent performance and why technical analysis is crucial for making informed trading decisions. As of December 31, 2025, SNGX is trading at $1.33. This price reflects the culmination of recent market activity, investor sentiment, and technical factors. Understanding the current price is essential, as it serves as the baseline for all subsequent analysis. We'll use this figure to compare against various moving averages, support and resistance levels, and other technical indicators throughout this report. Let's now look at how this price fits into the broader context of SNGX's recent trading history. Over the last 3 months, SNGX has experienced notable price fluctuations. The highest closing price during this period was $1.81, while the lowest was $1.23. These swings highlight the volatility present in the stock, which is important for traders to consider. By examining the daily open, high, low, and close prices, we can identify patterns and potential turning points. This historical perspective sets the foundation for understanding the current technical setup. Moving averages are a cornerstone of technical analysis, helping smooth out price data and reveal underlying trends. For SNGX, we'll focus on several key moving averages, including the simple moving average, SMA, and exponential moving average, EMA, across different periods. These averages help us determine whether the stock is in an uptrend, downtrend, or trading sideways. Let's dive into the specific values and what they indicate for SNGX. Looking at the 5-day and 10-day moving averages, we see that the SMA 5 is at 1.38 and the EMA 5 is at 1.37, both slightly above the current price. The SMA 10 and EMA 10 are at 1.36 and 1.39 respectively. This suggests that SNGX has recently dipped below its short-term averages, which can be a sign of short-term weakness or a potential pullback. Traders often watch these levels for quick entry or exit points. For the medium-term perspective, the 20-day and 30-day moving averages provide valuable insight. The SMA 20 is at 1.48 and EMA 20 at 1.43, both above the current price. Similarly, the SMA 30 and EMA 30 are at 1.46. This alignment indicates that SNGX is trading below its medium-term trend, which could be interpreted as a bearish signal unless the price quickly recovers above these averages. Examining the longer-term moving averages, such as the 50, 100, 150, and 200-day SMAs and EMAs, we notice a consistent pattern. All are well above the current price. For example, the SMA 100 is at 1.95 and EMA 100 at 1.71, while the SMA 200 is at 1.92 and EMA 200 at 2.21. This suggests that SNGX is in a longer-term downtrend, and significant upward momentum would be needed to reverse this trend. Volume is a critical factor in technical analysis, as it reveals the strength behind price movements. SNGX's recent trading volume has fluctuated, with notable spikes on certain days. The on-balance volume OBV stands at over 790 million, indicating significant trading activity. However, the volume ratio 20 is below 1, suggesting that recent volume is slightly lower than the 20-day average. This could imply reduced interest or consolidation. Volatility measures how much the price fluctuates over a given period. For SNGX, the 30-day volatility is 5.82 and the true volatility is 8.68. The average true range ATR 14 is 0.115, which gives traders an idea of the average daily price movement. High volatility can present both risk and opportunity, so it's important to factor this into your trading strategy. Bollinger Bands are a popular tool for assessing volatility and potential price reversals. For SNGX, the upper band is at 1.75, the middle at 1.48, and the lower at 1.21. The current price is near the lower band, which can sometimes signal that the stock is oversold and may be due for a bounce. However, it's important to confirm this with other indicators before making a move. The Moving Average Convergence Divergence, MACD, is a momentum indicator that helps identify trend changes. For SNGX, the MACD value is, with the signal line at -0.031 and the histogram at, these negative values suggest bearish momentum, but the small difference between the MACD and signal line indicates that the trend could be stabilizing. Watching for a crossover can provide early signals of a trend reversal. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. SNGX's RSI 14 is at 42.95, RSI 21 at 43.81, and RSI 28 at 44.33. These values are below the neutral 50 mark, indicating that the stock is neither overbought nor oversold. but leaning slightly towards the oversold side. This could suggest a potential buying opportunity if other signals align. The stochastic oscillator is another momentum indicator, comparing a particular closing price to a range of prices over a certain period. For SNGX, stock K14 is at 34.34 and stock D14 at 38.38. These values are below 50, which suggests that the stock is in a weaker momentum phase. However, they are not yet in the extreme oversold zone, so traders should watch for further developments. Momentum indicators help gauge the speed of price changes. For SNGX, the momentum 10 is, and momentum 20 is minus 0.19, both negative. The rate of change ROC14 is, and the percentage rate of change ROCP14 is. These negative values confirm that SNGX has been losing momentum recently, which aligns with the downward trend seen in the moving averages. The average directional index, ADX14, measures the strength of a trend. For SNGX, the ADX14 is 19.12, which is below the threshold of 25 that typically signals a strong trend. This suggests that the current trend is weak and that the stock may be consolidating or preparing for a new directional move. The ADXR14 is slightly higher at 20.54, reinforcing this view. Support and resistance levels are key reference points for traders. For SNGX, the nearest support is at $1.30, while resistance is at $1.38. The pivot point is at $1.36. These levels can act as barriers to price movement, with support providing a floor and resistance acting as a ceiling. Watching how the price reacts at these levels can offer clues about future direction. The 52-week high for SNGX is $6.23, while the 52-week low is $1.09. The current price of $1.33 places the stock near its yearly low, which could attract value-oriented investors. However, it also signals that the stock has faced significant downward pressure over the past year. Understanding this context is vital for assessing risk and potential reward. The risk-reward ratio for SNGX is 2.81, indicating that the potential reward outweighs the risk if the trade is managed properly. However, this must be balanced against the technical weakness and downward momentum observed in other indicators. Always consider your own risk tolerance and trading plan before making decisions. The Money Flow Index, MFI14, for SNGX is 48.23, which is close to the neutral 50 level. This suggests that there is no strong buying or selling pressure at the moment. The MFI combines price and volume data to assess the strength of money flowing in and out of the stock, providing another layer of insight into market sentiment. The Arun indicator helps identify trend changes and the strength of trends. For SNGX, Arun down is at 68 and Arun up at 56, resulting in an Arun oscillator value of minus 21.43. This negative value suggests that the stock has been in a downtrend, but the relatively high Arun up indicates that a reversal could be possible if momentum shifts. The parabolic SAR PSAR is a trend-following indicator. For SNGX, the PSAR value is 1.55, which is above the current price. This placement typically signals a bearish trend, suggesting that the stock may continue to face downward pressure unless the price breaks above the PSAR level. Pivot points are widely used to identify potential support and resistance levels. For SNGX, the pivot point is at $1.36, with resistance at $1.38 and support at $1.30. These levels are calculated based on recent high, low, and close prices, and can help traders anticipate where price reversals might occur during the trading day. The VWAP for SNGX is 4.65, which is significantly higher than the current price. The VWAP diff percentage is %, indicating that the stock is trading well below its average price weighted by volume. This can be a sign of sustained selling pressure or a potential undervaluation, depending on the broader context. The Trend Quality Index for SNGX is 52.5, which is a moderate value. This index measures the reliability of the current trend, with higher values indicating a stronger, more consistent trend. A value around 50 suggests that the trend is present but not particularly robust, so traders should remain cautious. SNGX's overall technical score is 29.41, which is on the lower side. This score aggregates various technical indicators to provide a quick snapshot of the stock's technical health. A low score suggests that the technical outlook is weak, and traders should be careful when considering new positions. The daily return for SNGX is minus 5.67%, indicating a recent decline in price. Monitoring daily returns helps traders understand the short-term volatility and momentum of the stock. Negative returns, especially over several days, can signal a bearish phase or increased selling pressure. Linear regression provides a statistical approach to identifying the direction and strength of a trend. For SNGX, the slope is -0.0011, indicating a slight downward trend. The predicted price is 1.44 while the actual price is 1.33, showing a deviation of -0.11 or -7.62%. This suggests that the stock is underperforming relative to its recent trend. To summarize, SNGX is currently trading below most of its key moving averages, with momentum and trend indicators pointing to continued weakness. Volume and volatility are moderate, and the stock is near its 52-week low. While some indicators hint at a possible reversal, the overall technical picture remains bearish. Traders should proceed with caution and look for confirmation from multiple signals before making any moves. The key takeaways from this analysis are: SNGX is in a technical downtrend with most indicators showing weakness. The stock is trading near support, and while there is potential for a bounce, the risk remains high. Always use stop-loss orders and manage your risk carefully. Stay updated with new data and adjust your strategy as the technical picture evolves. As we look ahead, keep an eye on key technical levels, volume spikes, and any shifts in momentum. Technical analysis is just one part of the puzzle, so always consider fundamental factors and market news. Thank you for joining this deep dive into SNGX's technicals. Stay tuned for more updates and happy trading.